channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. My name is Tiffany and I've been chronicling my weight loss / fitness / health journey. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my journey. Alright, so this week we're going to be talking about my week 22 on Mounjaro and just kind of going over my journey as a whole, because I feel like there's some things we need to discuss. Buckle up, it's gonna be a long one, I feel like. So grab your water, grab your coffee, your snacky snack, whatever you need, and let's get into it. So this week was my second week on 10 milligrams of Mounjaro. Because it's still a new dose for me. I've been injecting into my thigh. This week I injected into my left thigh. Did it at room temperature, just like I always do. It was painless, as always. There's nothing really to report as far as injection. Now, as far as the side effects, I had a little bit of very mild constipation towards the beginning of the week. Nothing crazy, and otherwise 10 milligrams has me feeling pretty good. A lot of people are always interested in the appetite suppression. For me, on the 10 milligrams this week, it's definitely stronger towards the beginning of the week and then kind of lessens up as it gets closer to my next injection. I'm not really interested in food in general this week. Nothing was really appealing, and kind of the same for last week. Nothing just really sounds appealing. So I guess that segues us into nutrition. So this week, as far as nutrition, I have really just been kind of snackish, very small portions, and trying to make the best choices. Also, there's been some questions about my diet, so I want to go ahead and address those with y'all now. So I don't really follow like a diet per se. My whole goal in all of this is to build a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. So, I mean, I don't want to cut something out just to lose weight. I still want to be able to enjoy foods that I love in moderation. I mean, obviously the goal is to fuel my body. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to eat to fuel my body. I do indulge in things that make me feel good emotionally when I eat too. However, there has to be some kind of balance, right? So I kind of follow like the 80-20, like 80% of the things that I eat are good and nourishing and 20% are fun food. In the past, I have tried just about every diet out there, especially during those 2 years when I was like very actively trying to lose weight and gaining instead of losing. Like, I literally tried everything, and for one reason or another, like, it didn't work for me. It was unsustainable, and then like the insulin resistance obviously didn't help. But thinking back, a lot of the diets that I tried, like, I just know that those are not things that I want to do for the rest of my life. Like keto, I know that some of you love keto. I know that it works for some of you. Your girl loves carbs, okay? I can openly admit I'm a carbie, okay? I try to do it in a healthy way, but you know, sometimes I want potatoes. I love potatoes. So currently, I try to eat between 1,600 and 1,800 calories per day. My main focus as far as macros is protein. I try to, at minimum, eat 120 grams of protein per day. And however, I don't track every single thing every single day. I know that that is not sustainable for me. We're frequently on the go. I'm busy. It takes a while to, search for the food, find the calories or whatever. I've also, because I've counted calories for probably 10 years. That's how I lost weight after I had my first child, and I did it religiously. Like, every crumb I ate was tracked. That's not how I want to live my life, though. And honestly, like, I eat pretty boringly. Like, I will eat the same thing over and over, day in and day out, until I am like literally over it, can't even stand to think about it anymore, and then I'll move on to the next thing. So really, you know, I only have to track a day here and there to have a good idea of what I'm consuming. Now, if I know that I've been off track, or if, you know, I'm kind of stalling in weight loss, or I'm not hitting the goals that I want to be hitting, then I'll hop onto my Fitness Pal and I'll plug in what I've been eating for a couple of days, maybe a week at most, and get a general idea. And from there, I will adjust, you know, either calories or macros or whatever the case may be, and move on from there. And honestly, that's just what works for me. That's not to say that that's the right thing for you to do as far as your nutrition. Maybe keto works for you. Maybe intermittent fasting works with you. I naturally kind of eat in an intermittent fasting kind of way. But I also don't hold myself to that either. So you really just have to find what works for you. And yeah. So moving on to fitness. And this is going to be fun, y'all. If you follow me on other social media platforms, then you already know I had to come to Jesus talk with myself this week in terms of fitness. And I kind of touched on it last week when I was like, look, you know, the weight loss and the inches, you know, they're not correlating the way that I feel like they should be. So I need to adjust my workouts, and I need to incorporate lifting more. Now, I have mentioned probably in several videos at this point the disconnect that I have felt with lifting and the gym for months now, and I know that times like these are going to come up in the journey. I know that the journey is not always going to be perfect. But I think that it's important that during these times we can rely on our discipline. And I used to be so disciplined when it came to working out. Like, it didn't matter what was going on. My workout, my lift was scheduled into my day, 5 to 6 days a week. And I loved it. And, you know, for me, lifting is empowering, and it's not only a tool for weight loss and building muscle, but it's also like a mental release for me too. And lately I've just been like, I miss it mentally, and I'm like, man, I really miss lifting. I need to get back into it. And then when the time comes to do it, I'm like, I'd rather not. I don't want to go to the gym. And I'm not being disciplined. And that's a real issue. Like I have to be honest with myself. I'm letting myself down. Like, the only person that it hurts when, you know, I allow myself all of the excuses is myself. Why do I want to hurt myself, y'all? Why? I know that I'm not going to hit my personal goals for myself and my body without going to the gym, without those lifts. So I have to be more disciplined. And, you know, I journaled about it, and finally I was like, Tiffany, snap out of it. Like, this is what we're doing. And so I dragged myself to the gym twice so far this week. And you know what? I felt good after, and I actually had good workouts. I'm still kind of hit or miss on if I want to stay at my current gym. I am planning on looking into trying out at least one other gym in town. I saw that they have like a 7-day free pass to try them out. So I'm going to do that. Probably not next week, because next week is really busy and I wouldn't be able to go during like my normal workout time, and I really want to try it during that time just to, you know, catch the vibe at that time, because most gyms, if you're familiar, like there's a time when primarily older people go. There's a time when like the bodybuilders are there. There's a time when like the high school kids are there, and or the stay-at-home moms. So, you know, I just want to see what the vibe is during the time when I would normally work out. So for sure going to try that one soon, and I may look into another one or two just to kind of get a feel for it, and who knows, maybe I hate it there, maybe I love it, maybe I stay at my current, maybe I leave, I don't know. But the important thing is I'm holding myself accountable, and I am going to do this. I'm going to do this. No more excuses. Now, outside of my rant about lifting, I have done yoga daily this week. I still love yoga. Yeah, that pretty much sums up fitness long-windedly, but that sums it up. So we shall move into weight loss. So I weighed in at 167.8. That was a 0.4 pound loss from last week, and if I'm being honest, it's kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's gonna be okay. Like I said, you know, I need to tighten up on the fitness, and I was talking to someone, Patricia, in my comments from last week, and we had kind of talked about calories, and it is about time that I probably recalculate my calories, just kind of check in and adjust those as needed. And so yeah, I mean, it can be fixed, and you know, there are going to be points when the weight loss is slower, and that's okay. It's all part of the journey. And I also lost half an inch just from my glutes, of all the places that I could lose from, the glutes. Also a little disappointing, but like I mentioned last week, the inches seem to kind of be like tapering off as far as loss, but we have a plan. We're going to execute it, and we're going to see if it helps. So yeah, I think that put me at 38 inches total. I'll pop it up on the screen. Anyways, so that concludes my long-winded week 22 review. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know where you're at on your journey, or, you know, just tell me to get my rear end into the gym. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, because I love having all of you around. Until next time, bye!